in creating content for this thing we call the internet.
The internet.
The internet. And today is a special one. It's one that Devin and I have been talking about behind the scenes for a little while. You know, matter of fact, last Thursday, we had a whole conversation about this before we went live and then instantly switched to a different topic. But we're going to tackle it tonight.
And that's why we're doing it tonight, is because when we were talking about it last week, it was such a like lively and just good conversation that we were like, we should have prepped for this. We should probably do this.
Yeah. What's up, Matt? Matt's here. Yeah, so we're talking about it tonight. And the subject, the topic of the hour is AI. We're going to talk about AI tonight. Is it good? Is it bad? Will it steal your job? Is it going to make you a burger without spit? Who knows?
I don't know if
time will
tell. Talking about that. But
we probably won't be talking about that. We're talking more about, like, at one point, it's going to come busting through your door, butt-ass naked, looking for clothes, and riding a motorcycle. As a Terminator reference.
Okay, I was going to say I wasn't 100% sure on that one either.
Yeah, that was a... Hey, Total Treks here! Woohoo!
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Anyways, yeah, so this is a topic that, like, I don't know. Do it. This is a topic that is sort of like, it's not one that I'm going to particularly tackle in my content on my page. But when we're having a real conversation, like we are here, this is real. This is live. I promise. Do I have to hold up a newspaper with today's date to prove it?
The thumbnail for this video, if anybody's watching on YouTube anywhere, the thumbnail is definitely AI generated. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. It was on purpose. I liked it.
Let me
I
want a couple to just show on the stream because most people probably didn't see it.
I want to clarify something before we get into this.
Okay.
And that clarification is currently in the creation of my content. And that means from, thought process, conceptually, and shooting and editing of my content, I currently do not utilize AI. I just want to put that up front in case somebody's gonna be like, oh, he's talking about AI and he seems favorable. This fucker is AI. I'm not real. I'm like stick my finger through my eye and it comes out my ear.
And all of a sudden,
I don't
8 fingers.
Yeah.
And they grow into each other. It's weird.
Yeah. And then my shirt doesn't actually say ghost. It says although it's backwards again, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. It's only backwards on Discord.
Yeah.
It says some weird jumbled shit.
It's only backwards for you. It's straight for me. So.
Yeah. So everybody's saying bandana. Mm-hmm. I just want you guys to know, I went through a phase of my life, probably for 10 years, where I exclusively wore a bandana. So,
nice.
So fuck off. That was my look.
So AI just knows who you used to be, apparently.
Yeah, AI knew who I was when I had hair. Before I lost the hair on the vortex of my scalp.
I like it.
Yeah. So bring back the bandana. I love the bandana, man. I have so many bandanas. Do you guys want to know where the bandana thing started? Quick story. I'll make it short.
Okay.
The bandana thing started when I was living in Southern California, going to film school. I went to the midnight release of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So this was 2004.
Okay.
And the special edition of San Andreas came with all this cool shit, and one of the things was a Grand Theft Auto San Andreas bandana.
Okay.
So I rolled it up like it was I was in an 80s gang and started wearing it around my head. And I loved it. It was like a summertime hat. Mm-hmm. And so for a very long time, you don't believe me, go look up any life in 24 frames videos on the internet of
Yeah.
me performing. Those are not AI. That's
Mhm.
me performing live in front of an audience, and every one I'm wearing a bandana.
It
So
it looks real. I mean, it looks like it could happen. I believed it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where the bandana started, 2004, San Andreas.
Okay.
And it stopped right about the time that my hair was like going away,
Yeah.
which was just few years ago.
Amazing.
So, so anyways, let's talk AI.
Okay, let's. So,
I wanted to get that out front that I don't utilize AI to create my content. Okay,
okay.
not that I have a problem with that, but I personally don't, because
That's fair.
one of the reasons why I enjoy making content is because I actually enjoy making content.
Mhm.
So if I were using AI, it would kind of defeat the purpose of me enjoying making content. Yeah,
Yeah,
R.I.P. my hair
sure.
and my sex life.
So,
Um,
I want to just start by talking about AI and like some of the reasons why people are super against
mhm.
AI.
Let's
Um
play devil's advocate.
and just talk about like some of those things. So
Mhm.
one of the big reasons why people and artists very specifically have been against generative AI was that it was stealing, you know, content. Basically, the people that were making these were just trolling the internet for pictures, for videos, for artwork, whatever, shoving it into their AI models and letting you generate content based on all of that basically stolen art, right? So that was one of the reasons why initially, right away, a generative AI specifically has gotten such a bad reputation. And at least if you can believe them now, most of the reputable models have taken that out and properly licensed what they are using to train their AI models. So if we are talking about an AI that has stolen content to train their models, then I am 100% fully against that. If they are properly licensing their models, their what they're using to train their AI off of, I am at least more okay with that. They're not, stealing stuff, right?
Mhm.
So that's one of the big things for me that I don't want to steal anybody's artwork. I don't want to, do anything like that. But there's a lot of
Agree.
other, kind of gray areas within AI that I don't know if you wanted to, talk through some of those things, but just
I
the idea.
do.
Yeah. So like, what about the idea of like not hiring an artist to do something? Do you think it's
Yeah.
better to to create some so do you think it's better to have a vision, think through something, an idea for something, and not be able to do that, make that thing happen, make that thing exist because you don't have the money to pay an artist to do that? Or is it
Mhm.
better to be able to use AI and help generate that thing that you wanted?
Gosh, there is such a, it's not even a fine line. It's a fine squiggly line,
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm gonna explain my perspective on art assets, because I do want to get to a point in this conversation where we're not talking about generative AI and we're talking more about toolkit.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Because I recently started using AI in a very different way, that I really want to discuss, that I think is really helpful and really handy, that I think everybody should be doing.
Mm,
But let's cover this topic first, because you and
yeah,
I had this conversation the other night.
yeah.
Um, okay, here's a really good example. I am going to start releasing. Um, I'm going to start releasing seasonal drops of clothing, kind of like Ghost does, like I'm wearing currently. Ghost does seasonal drops. A lot of bands do. A lot of brands do, where it's like, here's 4 new designs that we're gonna do on hoodies and shirts and hats, whatever, and we're gonna sell them for 2 months, and then when those go away, we'll put another design out that's a little
Mhm.
more springtime or whatever. Um, I personally, every time I've ever done any of my art, whether it be this logo here, which is actually just a Hulkamania ripoff, or that logo there, which is a Garbage Pail Kids ripoff, or any of the stuff that is original. All the stickers that you guys have always gotten from me, those were all drawn by artists that I paid. I've never utilized in any way on any of my assets AI, because in my opinion, up until very recently, it's very obvious when something is AI generated to me. It's starting to, the lines are really starting to blur now, but like a year or 2 years ago when I was designing all of this stuff, not this stuff, but this stuff, when you pump something through AI, it was like, well, that's AI. Like, I had one guy come to me about a year and a half ago or so, maybe 2 years ago, before we had met, wanting to manage me. And he was like, check out these cool shirt designs I made for you. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, this is when AI was still like very fresh. And I'm like, fucking weird looking thing. Like, how long did it take you to do this? And he's like, oh, this is AI. And I'm like, oh. So you could just produce like 50 of these in like 2 seconds? And I don't know how I feel about that. And so I went the route of, just from being in a band my whole life and having to have album covers designed and shirts designed and logos designed, like, I know a lot of different artists that I already work with that I love. I could give you the names of every artist who's done my Garbage Pail Kids logos, my my Grand Theft Auto style logo, like all of them, all the Topher Con stuff. I pay for all those. They're all done by artists. But here's the problem that I have. Now that AI is becoming less obvious and a little more, dare I say, artistic.
Dare you?
I know.
Okay.
I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second here and let you know behind the scenes just how frustrating as a creator it can be to work with some artists.
For sure.
There are artists that I've worked with, not going to name any names, but there's artists that I've worked with over the last year that I really like, that are friends of mine, that I have actively already paid for designs that I still don't have designs for. And I have to ask 5 times, 10 times. Hey, remember that one thing we talked about? There are things like that. Now there is also the budgetary stuff. So I am going to be going and doing content creation as a full-time profession. That's what I'm going to be doing for a living, which means, like, there's going to be probably for the interim, maybe for a couple of months or whatever, like there's going to be different living. I'm going to have to watch what I spend on some things and, be a little more cautious to make sure that the family's provided for and the bills are paid. Which means when it's the holiday season, it's October, and I know that I'm going to make 25 videos that feature Christmas-themed movies, games, or music. And I want some Life in 24 Frames-esque 8-bit style Christmas music. So let's say I wanted to do, like, my song Bitter End, I've done in I call it 8 Bitter End, but it's like the 8-bit version. That's not AI. That was hand done. That song was. I paid a musician good money to do that because I didn't have the time or the resources to sit down and do the whole thing by myself. I probably could have, but I wanted to give somebody work. Then it came to like Christmas stuff, right? I'm like, it'd be cool to do like a sort of a sleigh bell version of bitter end that
Sure.
kind of goes with the. It's $1,000, so it costs $1,000
Yeah.
to have somebody do that. Working 2 full-time jobs, sure, I could. I'm going to support somebody. Now all of a sudden, going into where that's not the case, and I don't really have the money for it. I go, well, what's better, to not have the music at all, and to not spend the money, because that is inappropriate spending, and it's not necessary right now, and I'd rather support my family with the money. Or I could ask AI to make a Christmas themed version of a song that I wrote. Now, as you guys know, I didn't do any of the above. I didn't use AI to make a Christmas theme song. I didn't get a Christmas theme song at all. I didn't use any Christmas theme songs in my Christmas videos this year at all. For multiple reasons. A, because I felt like the conversation for AI and artistic stuff is just a little too hot for me to want to get in the water with right now. And B, I just didn't really have the money to pay an artist $1,000 to make it. And I don't have the time or resources to do it myself right now. Like, I work, 15 to 18 hours a day. So, like, this is the case where you look at it and you go, should I have just told AI, hey, just pop me out a song real quick that sounds like this song that I already wrote, that has a Christmassy vibe to it, and just use that? But then that's sort of like, then I have to put, AI generated assets, the little, tick mark on all my videos. Then that takes you down a whole nother path of like, then people go, well, we don't trust this content anymore because maybe it's AI generated and all this other stuff, right?
I think that's a
So,
whole other conversation right there. Whether or not, like, creatively it's right or wrong, but
right,
just from a platform algorithmic standpoint,
right,
what are platforms going to start doing with AI content is going to be
correct.
really, really interesting too.
Yeah. So, and then here's another, like, again, playing devil's advocate. Let's talk about, like, one of our favorite games right now, Arc Raiders.
Mm.
Arc Raiders uses AI generated voices.
I'm pretty sure their Steam page says they use it for like development purposes, but then they hire voice actors to do it.
Okay, because in the menus, it gives you the option to shut off AI voices. So I don't know if there's
Okay,
still
maybe they
some in
do.
there.
That's a good
Um,
question.
I don't know if there's
Is
still some in there.
is Arc Raiders still
Personally,
considered in early access, or is it
it is
it's out?
not.
It's out. Okay.
It's fully out, yeah.
Yeah, their page says during the development process, we may use procedural and AI-based tools to assist with content creation. In all such cases, the final product reflects the creativity and expression of our own development team. So I guess it
Okay.
doesn't say.
Nerdwork says it's the voice changer for the voice chat. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really interesting as well. Because that's not theoretic. I don't know. Is that considered generative AI when it's changing
I
your voice?
I don't know. That's such a fine line.
Yeah.
But like, the point I was going to make is,
Yeah.
let's say you're a small developer that is like one team. I mean, one person,
Mhm.
small team, maybe 2 or 3
Yeah.
people. You don't have a budget for a game, and the difference between having some of your stuff voiced in game is to use AI, or to not have it voiced at all,
Right.
have just text. Like, the choice, if there wasn't a moral compass that is so hot on this right now, the choice is easy. You use AI to make your product better because it's a tool. But then you lose some of your audience because it's a black and white issue for most
Mhm.
people. It's like, it's a political party thing where it's like, you're either this or you're that.
Yeah.
if you're quiet or undecided, you're that. That makes you that automatically.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's such a that's not the case. There's such a gray area there that like, and that brings me around to like the discussion that I wanted to have. We were talking about earlier is moving out of the artistic sort of applications for AI. The real use, in my opinion, for AI is as a tool.
Yeah.
Which is what I started using it as recently. I think a lot of people use AI like let's just for sake of the argument here say Chat GPT.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people who do have Chat GPT and have downloaded the app, maybe even like subscribed to the paid tier or whatever, use it like Google.
Yeah.
Which is there's no point. Just use Google because Google is using AI anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use Chat GPT. Which is why I had never really used ChatGPT. I'm like, I'm just going to go to Google and ask Google. At this point, Google gives you the AI results on the top and then all the other results at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, I watched a video with Tony Robbins, my man, big man. Or he was talking about the uses of AI and how, AI, we're in a phase of AI that is very similar to like the internet circa 94.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where people are like, this is what people said about the internet in 94. A lot of you are too young to remember this. I was in my teens. I was in high school when the internet came out. So like, I remember this shit. And I remember people telling me and other people that there's no way that anyone's ever going to buy shit on a computer when they could just go in a store and buy it. You're going to put that would put the store out of business, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody's going to buy food online. Like you ask Gary Vee. Gary Vee's a great example. The dude was a visionary when it came to like his parents who were immigrants came here, started a liquor store that was selling wine. So Gary Vee started Wine Library, which was an early YouTube show. I think 98 or whatever it was. He started Wine Library and he started telling people in the business that he was going to start selling wine online. And people were like, you monster, nobody's going to do that. What is wrong with you? That is, liquor stores are sacred. And now look at us.
Yeah.
Most of us don't even leave our fucking homes because we get DoorDash and because we get what's the grocery Instacart and all this other stuff, right? It became a tool. The internet became a tool. Did it replace jobs? Sure, like Amazon probably put some places out of business. Maybe, liquor stores and like obviously Blockbuster's no longer around. But the problem is like these are business models and businesses, and I'm going to get sort of like in the weeds here with this, but these are business models and businesses that didn't adapt, that didn't have a better option or didn't want to adapt. Thus, they went away. The only thing that's going to go away once the AI dust settles are those things that don't adapt. All the things that maybe it's a tool. Yeah. Right now, it's a very fine line because it's also being used to generate art. But we're going to get to a point where if people don't want to listen to AI music, people aren't going to buy AI music. And if people aren't going to buy AI music or stream it or whatever, then the companies behind it aren't going to fucking put it out. Like they're not going to try and sell you something nobody wants. Like we're talking business here. This is like business 101. So recently I decided after watching this Tony Robbins video, I was like, okay, I need to start like using Chat GPT more. And so I went in there, I created a profile, and I started creating projects. One of the projects that I created was I titled Life Transition. And I started asking ChatGPT to help me put together a plan to transition my life out of this business that I've been in for 25 years and into a new era of my life, and how to go about that, and how to deal with these things, and how to approach certain subjects that might be difficult for me. Um, and I got to be honest with you, like I'm shocked with the results that I'm getting out of, like we were talking about it earlier, we were texting about
Mm-hmm.
it earlier, like I would almost go as far as like I was in therapy for like 3 years, and it's not that far off
Yeah.
from, like, I found myself on my way to work having a legitimate conversation
Mm-hmm.
with this man who's just an AI, but like, I'm using the audio prompts, so like I talk and then it just talks back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I found myself going like, yeah, this fucking guy gets me. Like he understands me. But it's also at the same time, it's me talking through all the thoughts and the emotions that I'm having in my head going through this
Yeah.
process that I can't necessarily verbalize with anybody else,
Mm-hmm.
for the fear of like scaring family members, or worrying spouses, or
Yeah.
these are all thoughts that I keep to myself,
Mm-hmm.
that I can now have this conversation with somebody who's not necessarily real. It's a AI generated thing, but at the same time, it still responds in a way that helps you
Yeah.
process thought.
Exactly. I mean, to
It's
be honest,
really not too different than meditation,
yeah.
you know.
I still talk to my wife about, all these different things, work things, YouTube content creation things, and she just kind of stares at me blankly and like
Mhm.
nods most of the time because she doesn't either understand what I'm talking about or care, or both. But half the time, just me talking about it out loud is super helpful. So, I mean, in the
Yeah.
same way, right?
Yeah. It's crazy because like I find myself going like, I'm building this rapport. I'm getting AI, I'm teaching AI about
Hmm.
me so it can help me formulate my thoughts a little bit better, right? It's no different than journaling.
Hmm.
Um and then I'm like, okay, well, I have a different question now though, and it's kind of unrelated. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go in and start a new project. So I go in and I start a new project, in the projects tab or whatever. And this one I'm calling, I don't, I what did I call it? Getting to know me, I think.
Yeah.
So the first one is life transition, and then the second one, or life change, and then the second one's getting to know me. And so I was like, but I- am I talking to the same AI that I was talking to a minute ago? So like all the stuff that it's already learned about me, does it already
Yeah.
know that now in this next project? So I,
Hmm.
I was like, well, I don't know. I guess I should just ask it, right?
Yeah.
So then I ask it like, hey, so all the information that I was talking about in the other project, is that something? And then it just like responds to me like a human being, where it's like, oh yeah, yeah, if you've never used AI before, or Chat GPT or whatever, you can have it talk to you in like tons of different styles of voice. You can have a more aggressive, stern voice. You can have a softer voice. You can have something that's a little more playful, and you can change it from male to female. I'm pretty sure that the character in my head that is talking to me is Ving Rhames. Rains. That's
Okay.
who I'm pretty sure my AI is. It's this big giant buff guy
Yeah.
that is basically just like, um, but I'm having this like, I'm teaching, I'm and then I realized like, oh, I wonder if I could say, hey, I'm an internet personality. If you want to know more about me, just look me up online as Topher A. And then all of a sudden, it's like it's pulling all of this information from like, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, it's asking me like, who do you watch any other content? What kind of, what is your favorite style of content? And I'm like, this is a conversation that I'm having with a tool that is learning me, which I could understand for some people, especially if your mind goes certain places, why some people would be like fucking hell, I'm ever gonna tell a robot or the robot overlords anything about my personal life because they're gonna fucking sell it to China or whatever, and then we're all doomed, right? I can see how somebody's brain
Mm-hmm.
can go from point A, B to C,
Oh
and
yeah.
then all of a sudden it's doomsday.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, but also at the same time, this ain't slowing down, folks. So,
Yeah.
like, you're either going to do it or
Mm-hmm.
somebody's going to do it for you.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, and one of the reasons why I've really started to come over to the side of using AI. I'm not like generating videos for, to post on YouTube and things like that, but just using it as a tool like this just because yeah, it's not going away. It's not going
Right.
anywhere.
Well, like Ryan here,
Mhm.
this is the exact type of thought that I'm
Yeah.
that I'm talking about. A tool that can become self-aware and act in self-defense. What happens when that rapport you build allows the AI to subtly manipulate you because it's become self-aware and now has an agenda? You mean like your parents or your
Yep.
friends?
Yeah.
Like at
Or
that point, like to this point though, Ryan, like then don't tell anybody about your life because anybody can manipulate you.
yeah.
I can manipulate you. Your friends can manipulate
And
you. Our parents have been
and
manipulating us our whole lives.
make sure you take this and you turn it off and you smash it
Hmm.
and you don't own one, and make sure
Right.
that you don't use credit cards, and make sure that you don't walk anywhere where there's cameras, because there are literally cameras on everybody's front doors now.
Sure.
So
Like if we want to go down that rabbit
yeah,
hole, you
yeah,
can go down that rabbit hole. Or you can choose to adopt the mentality that we're on this planet for probably on average somewhere between 75 and 85 years. You have about that much time. In my life, I got about half of that left to enjoy the shit that you
yeah,
have and not give a fuck if somebody like knows your middle name. I want to enjoy my life and I want to be happy and I want to feel fulfilled. If there are tools that are going to allow me to do that, I'm going to utilize them. Um, that's just my
yeah,
personal thoughts on this. Now, I totally understand. Like, there's a whole sect of people who are like, fuck that. I'm moving to
yeah.
the middle of Montana. And
Which I
like,
completely understand.
I totally understand too.
Completely
And if you
understand.
want to do that, like I got nothing against it.
Yep.
I'm just telling you where
Yeah.
I'm standing. And it's like the other day I had well, my dad's done this before too, but I had a customer refuse to send me any personal information via email. I needed a driver's license number to run credit.
Okay.
They wouldn't email it to me. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can call me
Mm-hmm.
and verbally give it to me, or you can walk in here
Mm-hmm.
and give it to me. And they're like, and here's a very valid point. They're like, well, do you have a fax machine? And I'm like, I do. And they're like, well, can I fax it to you? And I'm like, so do you think because it's an older technology that you're more comfortable with, it's not potentially gonna fuck you? I don't understand. Let me ask you this question. How did you get that driver's license?
It's got to be so
In the
much.
in the mail, right?
Faxing has got to be so much less secure than email. Like, I don't know the details, but
Faxing
surely,
is way less secure than email.
surely.
Postal service is way less
Oh yeah.
secure than email.
Mm-hmm.
Like And don't get me wrong, sure, I suppose somebody could get your information
Yeah.
from email, but they're going to be able to walk to your mailbox and pull the fucking ID out of the mailbox
Right.
way easy. Anybody can do that. You have to have at least some kind of smarts
Yeah.
to get it out of an email.
Mm-hmm.
Like like, and my point is, it's totally natural to be afraid of shit we don't understand. Totally natural. So the fact that people feel uncomfortable about this sort of stuff is natural, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at some point, it's just like the internet back in 1994. People thought it was a
Mm-hmm.
fad. People thought it was crazy. I'm going to tell you right now that AI, if monetary value is what you're looking for, which personally, don't get me wrong, like I would like money, but it's not my first priority. But if monetary value is what you're looking for, AI is going to make more millionaires now than the internet did in 1994. Like, I can assure you.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you can either start researching it and start understanding it. Even if you don't want to utilize it, it's still an up. It's still a net positive to understand than to not understand it at all, because you're always going to be afraid of the things that you don't know and you don't understand. It's like I work in the field of agriculture and construction. That's what my family business is. We sell tractors. And I don't know, about 100 years ago, there was this big uproar in agriculture because the tractor was invented, which was going to take jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And it did.
It did.
Took lots of jobs. Also, back 100 years ago, I think the number is 83%. That's the number that's sticking out in my head. But 83% of the workforce was agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3% today.
Yeah.
It dropped to 80%. And now we have autonomous tractors. So like you don't even need a person driving it
Right.
to go out and, huck the corn or whatever the fuck you got to do. It didn't tear society apart.
Yeah.
In fact, like some would tell you, it created a new industry, the industry that my family has been working in for 60 years.
Yeah.
And has provided an income and pays our bills and our mortgage and everything else.
And
so like
has probably, done down the line, trickle down effect, has created better lives for a lot of people, has created longer lives for a lot of people because they're not out for 12 or more hours a day doing manual labor anymore.
mm-hmm.
This 80% of the population is no longer out breaking their backs and having to do manual labor every day of their lives.
Yeah. Rufio, I totally agree. You make a very valid point. I think it's important for people to stay curious and not fear the unknown. Even if it's a choice to use these tools. It's a choice on how we use these tools. Splitting the atom wasn't necessarily designed to make a bomb. Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
it was one of the side effects.
Yep.
There are certainly things in this use case that there's going to be like, there's the dark web.
Yeah.
But goddamn, did I not order a tripod yesterday and get it today?
Yeah. And I mean, so here's the other thing is like you can make these extreme situations and use cases for literally anything, right?
What's up, Dragon Hazard? Thank you so much.
Guess what? When cake was invented, and now there's a bakery right down the street from me that has sales every day. So I go and stock up on cake, and now I'm fat and have diabetes and I'm going to die because of that. Like, it's not because the cake was invented. Like,
yeah,
you can make this extreme situation out of anything, right? It's not just the internet, it's not just AI. Yes, have bad things happened because of cake? Yes, we've probably as a society gained a lot of weight because of cake, but
Yeah.
it's not
The cake was
because
a
of
lie.
it. Right? It's not because of the cake, it's us, right? Like,
Yeah.
is AI, does it have the potential to do bad things? Yes, absolutely. But it's probably not the tool itself that's like
Yeah.
inherently bad.
I mean, here's the like bottom line for everything. Whether it be talking about the usage of AI, talking about the usage of the internet or social media, because as somebody who is on social media and utilizes social media, I hear a lot that social media is the devil and social media is like it is humans destroying ourselves. And the reality of it is all of it, whether we're talking about the internet, social media, AI, any of it, it's just a reflection of humanity. That's it. So it depends on what you're looking at in the mirror. If the person you're looking at in the mirror is a negative, hateful piece of shit, that's what their social media is going to look like. If the person in the mirror just loves to enjoy things, then like if you want the bad stuff is always there, but so is the good stuff. Life and your direction is just about what you're focusing on. There's a reason why, like, you drive out on a country freeway and you see a telephone pole, one telephone pole for miles, and it's the one thing that looked like it's been fucking wrecked into 500 times. And you're just like, why does everybody wreck into the fucking pole? Because it's the one thing they see, and you're drawn to the thing that you focus. Your focal point is what you're drawn to in your life. If you're drawn to negative stuff, and this is why I choose to create, all of my creations are all like on the positive. I want to share the things. Exactly right, Matt. Like, you make your algorithm. Um, I want to share the things that I love with people. Thus, I have fostered you guys, this community of people who are all like incredibly kind to each other. You're all positive, and you're a fucking joy to be around. That's why people are always like, damn, this community. When we raid people, like, look at how we're rated on Twitch and then look at how we raid. It is very different. It's because everybody is coming from a net positive instead of like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, we attract each other. And you're totally right, Matt, with the algorithm thing. Look at what Arc Raiders is doing right now with the whole aggression based matchmaking.
This is such an interesting and funny thing, and I absolutely love it. I
I
love
love it so much
Yeah.
because I reposted this guy's video where he was just
Mhm.
like, yep, all of us who have all been kind to each other, we're the ones growing fucking society. We're the ones building all these awesome guns and all this cool shit. We're
And
getting
having
our job
fun.
done.
Yeah.
Yep. While all the people who wanted to be dicks are all now fucking stuck up in the pits with other dickheads.
Yeah.
And they're all pissed off because they're not as good as they think they were,
Mhm.
because they were actually fighting the people who didn't want to fight.
Mhm.
Now they're fighting a bunch of people who also wanted to be dickheads.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. Like, Matt, we were talking about it the other day when we were playing. Like, you ended up in a match with somebody who was very aggressive. They were shooting other people. So then you had to go back in and do your due diligence to make sure that we get fed into, a more positive match with people who aren't looking to just camp or be, right. Art imitating life.
Mhm.
And
So
that's
interesting.
that's all it is. If you want there to be negative, there's always negative out there. The negativity is always there. Look for it. It's really easy to find. But like, as people, as as a race, as animals. Our brains are designed for flight, fight or flight. That's just how it's designed. We're always looking for the challenge. We're always looking for the negativity. We're always looking for the next thing that might jump out of the fucking bush and eat us. That's just like the design of our million-year-old brain that's still there. It's difficult to focus on the positive. It's hard. It's so much easier to focus on the negative. Watch the news.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a reason why the news sells you, like, if it bleeds, it leads. You just don't you don't see a lot of positive stuff because that's not the stuff that people are like interested. The majority of people are interested in hearing or talking about. So, there's always going to be the positive. There's always going to be the negative.
Yeah.
I think there are use cases for AI for both of them. Like, obviously there are, you can't, there's not a food on the planet that you could just eat every single day and not eventually have it fuck you up.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's life. Everything in moderation. Like,
Yeah.
use the things that you want to use for the positive. I took a picture of myself when I was a teenager and got chat GPT to make it into 4 people in my boy band. See, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. It's fun.
Yeah.
But truth be told, I've decided to start utilizing AI in a way that I would have never expected, and it's really sort of shocking to me how helpful it is as a tool. And I'll be the first to tell you, as a creator, you're not going to see any like AI being used in my content. Certainly not anytime in the near future, because I enjoy making content. That's why I make content. I'm not a nameless, faceless page that just makes memes or whatever. I like being in front of people. I like talking to people. That's why we live stream, 4 nights a week. I'd live stream every single night if I didn't have to go to work for fucking 9 hours a day. But yeah, I mean, that's sort of my thoughts. And truth be told, I feel like even I got on to, the proper usage of AI probably later than I should have, because I was always just like, it wasn't that I disliked it or anything. It's just like, I'm in my lane.
Yeah.
I'm doing my thing. Like, I am, if you guys could like see inside of my brain, I travel at the inside of my brain and my thoughts and my creativity travel at like a fucking light speed of like, it ends up being like sort of a detriment to me. But it just like, I could never, yeah, it's like spaghetti. Exactly. It just is like constantly go, 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 go all the time. I'm constantly thinking about things. I'm constantly thinking about new ideas and what I can do and how I can make this video and how I can change this. And I just enjoy it too much. But I certainly see a, I see a use case for the tooling aspect of. I take that back. I actually do use AI in my content. This is gonna get clipped. Watch. Some people are gonna be like, "Fucking knew it, this fucker."
Yeah.
The captions. Yeah, when I caption my videos,
There you go.
AI does the caption for me, but I still have to proof it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't spell my fucking name right every single time.
And those are some of those other things. Like, should you not be paying somebody to do this? You're taking away the job of a transcriptionist, of a personal assistant, of a video editor.
I'm actually taking away my own job because I was captioning it myself before.
But so where's that line between the job of a video editor to do something like that and the job of a graphic designer to design you a logo for your business. Like, where is that line? and
Yeah.
and that's one of those lines that I don't think we're gonna have figured out for as a society
It's
for a
it's
while.
gonna be a
It's
while
gonna
for
be
sure.
a while.
And even then, like, I sort of like I'm half joking when I say I use AI for my my captions. It's an app that auto captions. It uses AI to listen to what I'm saying and
Mhm.
then change it. But I will tell you that probably 3 out of every 10 videos, I still have to go in
Oh
there
yeah.
and like fucking manually type shit out because it
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
read it properly. It never spells Crosby's name correctly.
Mhm.
It never spells my name
Do you
correctly.
think it ever
It
spells
never,
my name correctly either? No.
yeah, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
kind of drives me nuts.
Mhm.
But like, in a perfect world, this is a conversation that Matt and I have had, not you,
Mhm.
Matt, but editor Matt, where it's like in some years, is there a point where like I feed AI enough of my videos and my style work that now I can just feed it a raw video and it
Yes.
can edit it in my style?
Yes. You can do that right now.
My issue is, and this, and and to be honest with you, this was part of my issue with even bringing Matt on board as an editor,
Yeah.
is I have a sense of humor and a style
Mm.
that is me. I feel very I I have a very specific sense of humor. And there are even times when I get edits back from Matt where I'm like, "Oh, he didn't use that part. That part
Yeah.
was funny as hell. Like, did he not think that was funny? I would have thought that was funny as hell. In fact, I would have emphasized that part."
Right.
So like even in a world where like you say now there's something that could edit my videos in my style, I still find it sort of hard to believe that like maybe the average person, if I put one of my edited videos next to one
Mhm.
of my videos edited by AI,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's probably people out there who passively watch my stuff that probably be like, whatever, it looks the same to me.
Yeah.
I would notice.
Probably.
Like
Yeah.
I could watch it and be like, that timing's not right.
Yeah.
It's not. You guys see my videos when I edit my videos. I'm very particular. It may maybe you've watched 5,000 of my videos, so it doesn't seem, you don't pay attention to it or whatever. But when I edit in a flow. I am in a flow state when I edit. I edit all my videos at the same time, and it's always late at night, and it's usually when I'm very safe. Um, and so when I edit, I'm in a flow state of by beat. I think a lot of that has to do with just being a musician or whatever. But like, I could edit a video without visually seeing the timeline at all. If you give me the audio timeline, I can edit a video because it has to be like by beat. Go back and watch any of my short form videos, and they're all like that. It all has to have like a tempo to it, and it has to have like a little bit of like a beat. You notice I change angles on the
Mhm.
desk. I'm at this angle at one point, and then I'm at this angle at one point. That's all one camera. I get up, I grab the camera, and I move it to that side, and then I pretend to be going to camera B, and then I make that cut, and it all cuts on the beat. And it's just my style.
So here's another really interesting thing that we could start a completely like
Ryan has seen it.
new topic at this point. But what you were just describing was your style, the way that you do things, and the way that you like record a video and edit your video. Um, so one thing that I've told my daughter quite a bit now that she's getting old enough to like watch YouTube herself and everything now, and is that nothing on the internet is real.
Yeah.
Nothing that you're watching is real. And
Slayer.
and you were kind of describing that, right? Like you don't have a multiple, well, you do have a multiple camera setup, but like you use one camera and then you
Mhm.
fake that, right? Even if everything that you're saying is like you're coming
What's
up
up,
with
Prime?
as you're saying it, it's not like it was scripted, but it's a little bit different than the way that you talk in your normal everyday life, right?
Mhm.
And I told her that I do that in my videos, right? Like I emphasize stories a little bit differently. I tell this way, that way. I script things out, right? So I'm like, I told her that my videos are fake, right? Like I'm scripting them, I'm staging them. They're not in like a malicious way. That's what you do, right? I'd
Yeah.
say something and I'm like, nah, I didn't like the way I said it. So I say it again. Like that's fake. So at what
Mhm.
point how is that different than a fake AI generated version of something?
Right.
Again, where's the line? It's gonna
What's
become really
funny
fuzzy really quick.
is so I've often thought about if and maybe one day I'll do this. Maybe once I start doing IRL streams or something I'll do this. But I have thought about shooting one of my taking one of my shorts, any one, any of the given shorts,
Hmm.
and just having like maybe I'll do it just on Discord for like people who are like interested in seeing it, but like just taking the raw file and
Mm.
uploading it so people can see what the process is like, and
I
so they can
think
see
that's
that this
I think that's something that you should upload to the SideQuest strategy stuff.
that would be the perfect place for it actually. So you can see that this 90-second thing that is just like bam, 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 is actually 7 minutes and 11 seconds long,
Hmm.
where it's like, okay, if you're on the internet at all and you like video games, then you no doubt have seen this today. Just what the hell is it? Nope. Got to think
No,
about it again.
didn't like that take. Yep.
Nope. And just what the hell is it? And why is it all of a sudden at the very top? Nope. Didn't
Mhm.
like that one. And why is it all of a sudden at the very top? That's how my videos are.
Yeah.
Because I don't script anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like it is me. I could make a 4-minute video of me just sitting here in front of the camera. Cut from one of these.
Yeah.
Because I do like my nothing is scripted. So when I'm doing Mystery Music Monday, it's like what if I told you that one of your favorite games blah 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 blah, and then I don't script it, so like my brain goes until my brain runs out of like
So
the tail that I'm trying to grab, and I'm like,
so you're what you're saying is your brain is scripting it. You're just not writing it down.
correct.
You've got a tiny little sticky note that you're writing it really quick and sticking right in your brain. You're just not writing down the whole thing. You're just writing it
Yeah,
down one sentence at a
yeah.
time.
You guys want a real blooper reel? Let me tell you about the times. I don't do it so often anymore, but like, do you guys? I I kind of coined this idea of the console drop, where like it always looks like somebody's like throwing it down from the ceiling or whatever, and like I grab the thing in my hands. I call it the console drop. Other people have started ripping it off, so I've kind of stopped doing it a little bit. Um, the amount of times I've fucking dropped the thing
Mm.
that I'm doing, like,
Yeah.
I could make a fucking 10-minute blooper reel of me just being like, oh shit, or like trying to open something the first time and it just like completely not opening, or the amount of farts that
Dude.
happen in the middle of a take.
Why is it always like when you're opening or unboxing something that
Uh-huh.
it never works? It never works the first time. You forgot to hit record. The camera didn't focus right. It's always the stuff that is really really difficult to redo.
Mm-hmm.
That man.
Yeah, I mean, there was one time when I was doing a chromatic video, and I was doing the drop. I'm about to show you guys how to do it.
Oh
Okay,
gosh, here we go.
don't copy this shit. Don't copy. It's patented.
Don't
Okay,
clip it.
but what I do, don't clip this. But what I do is I'll talk and blah blah blah, and then I'll talk about the chromatic, and I go like this, and then I don't move my body, and I grab this thing and I bring it into, and then I cut it real quick. So it looks like I reach my hand up and it just falls into my hand. But the amount of times that I do this and I go to, because it has to go out of, that. Or one time I went to grab it and I just pushed it forward and the whole thing just fucking just flipped all over the place. And I'm just like, oh my God. Or the amount of times where I've had, spicy Chick-fil-A or Mexican food, and I'm like right in the middle of coming up with the concept, and it's like, like, all right, take two. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yep. So, anyways, that's how I feel right now about. I think everybody should try. Once again, blooper content, please. The problem is, like, I don't catalog any of the bloopers.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for me
It'd
to
be
go
a
back
process.
and like actually make it, it would be such a process.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost rather, like you said, I think that'd be a really fun idea to just like, I don't mind being very raw and like it, I don't feel, it doesn't make me feel any real way. Like I have genuinely let go of what other people think about me. Probably before I even started doing content. It would probably happen to me when I was either around film school or doing music, because people shit on you all the time. And so you either break and become a broken person, or you learn to stop giving a fuck about what other people are thinking about you. And what the fuck was the point? What was I even talking about? That's what happens when you get old. Yeah, so like I don't have a problem with being vulnerable like that. I should just like upload one of these 7.5 minute, like uncut, unfiltered reels where you guys can hear me talking to myself as I get up and move the camera. Because I have a microphone on my necklace, which drives some people nuts.
Yeah.
But like, I'll deliver my lines here, right? I have the camera on the tripod right here, and I'll do my stuff here. I'll deliver my lines, and then I get up, and I'm way over here, and I'm moving the camera, and as I'm moving the camera, I'm starting to deliver the next lines. So my old man brain doesn't forget between the time I walk there back to the chair, because I will.
Yeah.
So you'll hear me in some cases, like behind the camera or when the camera's moving, you'll hear me be like, and that's because this game wasn't blah, blah, blah. And then I sit back down and I pretend like I'm still looking in this area, and I do the whole news feed thing of like, and that's why, and I face the camera this way. And then I just cut. I just do my fucking chick, 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 chick. And I've become so efficient at cutting those videos like that, like a 7-minute video like that takes me about 5 minutes to edit. Like I can do 4 of them a night in about 40 minutes. And then I have, that's my workflow. And I thoroughly enjoy doing it. With the exception of the posting.
Yeah.
If there was an AI that like was developed that is like, I'll post all your content for you.
Yeah.
There's a use case for AI taking somebody's job, because then nobody fucking want that job. Nobody wants to post shit.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's the fucking worst, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like and to post on 4 different platforms. Yuck. It's the worst.
That's a
AI, make me something that allows me to post. Consistency got you there. What? 3+ clips a day for 3 years? 4 years, dude. I'm going on this April, May. This May, I think it's May, will be, might be April. It will
Ooh.
be 4 years since I started consistently making videos every single day, and I've never missed a day.
Wow.
Cheers to that. So before we wrap this up, though, does anybody have any any questions about any of this conversation? Do you have anything to add? How do you feel? Like, how do you guys feel? Has anybody really dove in and is actually utilizing AI in a positive manner in their life, or is everybody still fucking afraid of Skynet? That's what I want to know. Yes, the one I just asked earlier. What did you ask? How many times have other family members, including pets, come along and crop dusted you? I mean, my wife does it periodically when she's down here. Most of the time, though, it's like it's the fucking dryer. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like our dryer's going out. It's got like a terrible bearing or something, and it's just like fucking. It's the worst. My wife will come down. She'll start the laundry right about the time I'm shooting my videos, and I'm in here like delivering my lines, and you just hear fucking in the background. It's like, oh fuck. No, nobody ever crop dusts me really. The cats and the cat and the dog are constantly walking in and out of the clips. Here's a little fun factoid for you guys if you ever want to look. I hide stuff in all my videos. Not that many people ever notice it. Every once in a while somebody will point it out, but just so you know, if you want to have fun with the videos, things are hidden in videos. Mm-hmm. Also, I let Devin in on this little secret the other day because even he didn't know, but I'm starting to diversify the channels. So if you watch things, I'm just going to give you this little hint. If you watch the videos on Instagram, I'm just, and not all of them, but some of them are a slightly different video on other channels. So like, let's say you watch Mystery Music Monday on Instagram. It may or may not be a completely different song on YouTube. I like to do Easter egg things in my videos, guys.
That's way too much thinking for me.
I like it. It's so much fun. Sounds like you just need a new belt on it. Yeah. Oh, it could be a bearing too. Real life question. What's the real life question? Did I miss it? I use Chat GPT for a digital assistant. Makes my life easier. Yep. Exactly. I use it now as a personal assistant as well. Oh, Squirrel, you noticed? Were you able to get both versions of the song though?
I was not.
I made the video just vague enough to where I can just swap the music out. I wanted somebody. I see that it's Squirrel now, but I wanted somebody to be on both channels and be like, "The fuck? That's not the same song." I was hoping somebody on Instagram would get it right away and then be like, "Ooh, I'm going to jump over to YouTube and answer it there too," and then realize that it's a different song or something like that. I don't know. I do fun little things like that in my videos. A lot of people don't notice. It's what makes it fun for me. Keeps it going.
And that is definitely something that AI will not be able to do for at least a little while longer.
Mm-hmm. January and bitter end video. You want to see like music videos of this? What do I hide in my videos? Objects, subliminal messages, all of the above. You just have to look for them. I can't tell you, then it wouldn't be a secret.
I can't believe nobody's noticed anything tonight.
I know. Although, if you're on Twitch, you can't see the full.
Yeah.
This is like what TV show was it? My Name is Earl. That was on the air when they switched from 3x4 to 16:9.
Oh yeah.
I think it was. I think it was My Name Is Earl,
Yeah,
but
that
they
was the same.
had it was the show used to be broadcast in 3x4, and then at one point, if you had the correct TV or whatever, or the right cable box, they started broadcasting it in 16:9. And for the first episode, they had a crew member standing on the side with a sign that said something along the lines of like, "If you can read this, you got a nice TV," or something like that.
Nice.
It was pretty funny. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Liquid Death? Where's Liquid Death? But yeah, that's our discussion
Yeah.
about AI so far. I don't know. I'm feeling optimistic about things. But I come from a perspective where everything is sort of optimism. Um I try not to be pessimistic about much unless it's a terrible video game, then sometimes I get pessimistic. Every morning at 8 a.m. Chat GPT asks me three things: what I'm playing for the day, and with who, the vibe I want for the stream, and how I'm feeling. I answer honestly, and it gives me stream title options and a go live notification based on that. I tweak the wording to be fully me, but it helps me stay consistent and saves time. See, I think that's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, not only that, but people, if you haven't used it, especially something like Chat GPT that is so easily accessible by so many people, like start talking to Chat GPT on a daily basis, just watch how it sort of like evolves to your life. And again, unless you're one of those people who are like, I ain't giving it shit. But you have to. Life is about trust, and I always start from a positive and not a deficit. I always trust everyone until they prove me wrong. I'm not one of those people that walks around the world thinking everyone's going to fuck me. Because, man, what a miserable existence that is. I love that, Matt. Is that what you're referring to on the press vinyl video on Instagram? The vinyl test press played January. No, that was another one, though. I was referring to this week's. This week's was Monday's was two different songs. I believe it was Ninja Gaiden on YouTube and Mario Kart on Instagram. Paisano, oddly enough, the vinyl test pressing all should have been January. I had to change it to Bitter End on YouTube because I was hit with a takedown for my own fucking music on YouTube. It's very frustrating.
Who is going through and listening to all the videos on YouTube and listening for music to copyright and take down?
Mm-hmm. AI. Yeah. Yep. But I mean, truth be told, I don't own the masters to that album, so I mean, that's legal's legal, man. When you sign a contract, like it doesn't matter if I wrote the music and recorded the music or not. Like I don't own the masters for Control Z. So that'd be you guys want to talk about like evil corporations?
Ooh, maybe
record labels.
Is that next week's topic?
Record labels.
Evil corporations. I like it.
Time to show that green 64. Just a glimpse. I'll show it soon enough. As soon as I'm not under like a wickedly crazy, NDA. Actually, I'm not under an NDA, but we have an unspoken. we have some unspoken rules. Yeah. All right. Well, that's about all the time that we have for tonight. Don't forget, after this, we hop over to the Discord, and we hang over on Discord and chat with anybody who is part of the Discord and do like one-on-one voice chats. I'm Matt. I try and show up honestly and intentionally. Veteran husband, dad, friend, community builder first. I use tools like ChatGPT to help clarify my thoughts, not to replace my voice. My streams aren't about hype or numbers. They're about presence, gratitude, and making people feel welcome. Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh my god, Dill Dog shows up right at the end. Yeah. All right, guys. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And we will be on tomorrow night, I would imagine. Matt, are you around tomorrow night? By chance?
I'll be around tomorrow night.
I'm kind of thinking about like doing an Animal Crossing 3.0 stream at some point. Now that we have the Switch 2 version of Animal Crossing.
That would be fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's play tomorrow night then. What? You gonna say something?
No, I was just thinking about Animal Crossing. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you.
Good night, everyone.
SideQuest next Thursday. Live game stream tomorrow night. Don't forget, we are on a sub goal right now, guys. And if we get to 650, Legit Retro is giving away that very special Nintendo Switch.
Whoa.
So don't forget.
Crazy.
All right, guys.